So a few people have asked me kind of what it's like living with an EV and the types of chargers that I use, and if I prefer any or not. So I thought I've got to do a trip today, so I might pop to a few chargers and show you very briefly the differences. I also picked up one of these. It's a grip strip, so I can attach that to near the footwell, somewhere to stick the phone. Much easier to get access to than those little nets that you can buy. Okay, let's get going. Okay, so this is one of the newer Chargemaster chargers. So this is Type 2 only. You need to be a Polar subscriber, or you can use the Instant app, which is about £1.20 a charge. There's a lot of confusion sometimes when you're using these charging places in the car parks, if you can actually park for free or not, because you're already paying for the charging. This sign is really helpful because actually you need to pay and display. These are eVolt chargers. I've never used these ones before. I think you have to pay for these ones, which is why I've never used it. And when I come here, a lot of the time it's not always working. So that's another type, eVolt. Okay, so I've got all the things I needed from Screwfix and Toolstation for next stage of the workshop. That's a different video coming later. So now we're going to charge a charging point I've never used before called PodPoint, and that needs an app to work, and it's just started snowing, so this should be fun. Okay, so this is the PodPoint ones. They've all got names, and you just literally plug it straight in, and then we've got to do something on an app. So let's work that out. This one's called Ryan Alex. So let's see how we get this app to work. I guess one of the problems is if you haven't got phone coverage or something, you're going to be screwed. You won't be able to start the charge. I mean, it started charging already. I guess it's just going to stop after a certain amount of time. So we can get the app working. Okay, so I confirm you get 15 minutes of charging before you have to kind of confirm your charging in the app. So as you can see, I couldn't get that working, so I'd already signed up for a free account to manage to remember the password, so now I try and confirm the charge again and see what happens. But you can see it's already charging away. So let's try again, confirm charge. I'm gonna go grab something to eat, I guess, and come back in a little bit. I'm not quite sure yet how you get it to uncharge, but we'll find that out in a moment, I guess. So back in a bit. Okay, so I'm back at the PodPoint charger. This is what we call being iced. So next to me here is the very common electric vehicle, the Ford Fiesta. There's loads of parking spaces, but they decided they must take up one of the EV slots. So no, this pod point looks like you're supposed to just unplug it and that will tell it it's finished charging, so you don't kind of like with the other ones where you connect and disconnect. So I'm not quite sure how this is going to work, because obviously the Twizy is using a Type 2 adapter lead. So let's try it out and see if it works or not. Okay, so not sure how well you can see that. As expected, it didn't want to unlock the Type 2 charging cable, which is why I'm glad I bought this one that has the key so I can unlock it. That disengaged the charge, and now it seems okay. I think the pod point might be a bit confused because it's flashing a little red light, but still on the app it still seems to say it's all okay. So let's head home and then we can I'll wrap up my thoughts on electric vehicle charging, and hope it's helpful. Okay, so that's really the various different electric vehicle charge points that I use so far. Like I said, for me, at least right now, because there are quite a few charge points that you can use, you do have to pay for, but I'm preferring the Charge Master, Polar subscription network ones. So you got, like I said, you got two options there. You can either use the app, and you pay £1.20 per charge, regardless of the time. So even if it's like 2 seconds, you'll pay £1.20. Obviously, on top of that, some of them do charge, but in general, right now they're free. Or you can use the Polar Plus RFID card, which is around £8 a month, free for the first 3 months. So I think the way I worked it out, as long as you're charging up more than 6 times a month on the Charge network, it makes sense to have the subscription. Now, I'm sure that they're not going to be able to keep things free forever, and then we're obviously worried about that in the future. That pod point that I used for the first time today, I don't think I like that one, but I think it's really because I think it's probably not designed to work ideally with that Type 2 to 3-pin connector, because obviously when you unplug the Twizy, I guess it's not sending a signal to say it's okay to disconnect. But I looked on the app, everything is fine, it says it's available, so it obviously just makes it confused for a few seconds. So yeah, I'm really happy with the electric vehicle experience so far. I'll put some links in the description to the different types of charger that I've seen. There is Electrocity. I think we did see one of those today. I haven't used any of those really because they seem to have a fee to them. A lot of these chargers are not supposed to stay there more than 2 hours as well, which is fine for most vehicles. I think you're not doing a full charge. And yeah, the only thing that I guess is always a bit of a worry with electric vehicle, regardless of I guess how much range you got, is if you don't plan right and you get somewhere and those chargers are in use, or someone has parked there, like that Fiesta I had today, and that's not supposed to be there, then you're kind of screwed, right? Because it's not like a petrol station where you just wait in line and in a few minutes you get to fill up. Whoever's at that charger is probably going to be there for an hour, or half an hour, 2 hours. So then you've got to hang around. So not the end of the world, just it's a bit more inconvenient right now if that does become an issue. I haven't had that problem so far, luckily. I think the main kind of thing that makes me wonder is in the future, obviously, we need to have an increased charging network. But how's that really going to work? If everyone has electric vehicles, how many chargers do we need to compensate for kind of the way that we have petrol stations right now? I think Norway's a good example. Probably we can look to them to learn something. But hope this is helpful. So yeah, using an electric vehicle and charging it is really simple. Pretty much plug it in, use your card, and things start happening. Marvellous. Just before I finish up, I forgot to mention there's 2 apps that I recommend you download to your phone. That is ZapMap and PlugShare. Yeah, you can kind of see them there. Very helpful. But they're 2 really great apps in terms of trying to find available electric vehicle charging points all around the UK. So I recommend you get that. So no matter where you are, hopefully you can find a charger that has both your plug type and a network that you're already a member of, or you can gain access to for free.
In this video, a thumbs up would be really appreciated. If you're interested in other geek type videos, please consider subscribing to Spectrum Geeks. Why not also follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. And before you leave, why don't you check out one of these other videos that may be of interest. Thanks again for watching.